Alright, we're here today to show you how to install your new shift knob for your 2015 and newer Challenger. We're going to replace just the shift knob itself. We're going to need a couple of tools, a 5/8 end wrench and a 3/4 end wrench. We'll set our new shifter aside and make sure we're not going to get any scratches on that. Next we need to do is expose the locking nut and the bottom of the shifter here. To do that, we're just going to simply pull down on the boot. There's basically like an O-ring or stretchy ring in here that holds it into a little lip. You can see on the new shifter that we've provided kind of a similar type of lip. So this is what we're trying to get the boot past. There'll also be the nut below it that it has to get past. One thing you'll notice there is that the car shifted while we were there. You may want to put your emergency brake on as you're working on your vehicle like this. Next, we'll take the 3/4 end wrench. You'll see that's going to fit on the locking nut down below. And we can take the 5/8 end wrench, and that's going to fit on a couple of flats that are actually the bottom of the shifter there. And we're going to try and get the lock nut loose from the bottom of the shifter. And then you might just back that down just a little bit more so that it's actually definitely not causing any friction for you. Then your shifter should easily thread off from this point. And it's actually threaded on there quite some distance. You'll notice that we've made a shifter that's quite a bit shorter. Personally like this because as it's in here and the shifter's up in this position here, you can see your controls a lot better. It also makes it for a little bit shorter shift distance. If you'd like it to stick up a little higher, just go ahead and bring that nut up a little bit. Just don't come too far that you don't leave plenty of threads of engagement into the new shifter. Otherwise you'll strip the threads out. Like I said, I like mine nice and low, so I'm pretty much going to leave it about where it was to start with. Carefully get the new shifter started on that thread. Careful not to cross thread it. It should easily go and spin kind of freely. And when you get down close to the nut, basically now's the time to try and get the orientation that way you'd like it for the logo you've gotten. Whether you've got this style shifter or the concave that we provide, either way, just make sure that you're paying attention to how the pattern kind of lines up on top. And then we'll want to bring that nut on the bottom up to it. And we're not going to use the 5/8 wrench anymore. We're basically just going to hold tightly onto the knob and our 3/4 end wrench, and we're going to lock that nut back up into the bottom of the shifter there, making sure that we don't let that spin. We keep the orientation the way we wanted it, and just get it good and tight there so that when you grab your shifter, it's not going to want to spin on you. And then we just need to do the reverse with the boot. It's actually just a little bit harder to do coming up than going down. Don't worry if it kind of folds in on itself at the beginning. Just get it up past that nut and up close to where it needs to be. Then go ahead and let that flip back. Went too far there. Try and get it to flip back the other way and then push up underneath that ring there until it's back into the groove. And then the boot, you can see it kind of twists. Just get it all lined up again. Now, still with the emergency brake on, I'm going to push my clutch in and we'll just make sure that we can get to all the shift patterns. And that's it. Wipe it down. Enjoy. Alright, so now you've got a shifter with your logo on it, but you're missing your shift pattern. So for convenience, we've added a little decal that's got your shift pattern on it. We're going to place it here because it's a little out of the way, but it's possible to fit it here, over here, whatever you prefer. Go ahead and peel the backing on that. Find that nice place. If you need to, wipe that down with rubbing alcohol. Get it nice and clean. Go ahead and place that decal. Now you've got a shift pattern, you've got your logo, you've got your color match shifter. You're ready to have some fun.